Ready whenever you're ready.
We have a quorum. Everybody's here?
No, we'll do the roll call and find out.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Dwayne here?
Yep.
Dwayne's there. Mildred's there. I don't see anybody else, I think.
Okay, well, we got 4. We got a quorum.
Okay.
I see Lynn.
Yeah.
You see me?
I see you.
Well, I see you.
All right.
Okay,
Let's.
They can't make it, and Jenny is not available.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Adequate notice of the meeting pursuant to the requirement of the Open Meetings Act. The Secretary of the Boonton Housing Authority Board of Commissioners is directed to enter the minutes of this meeting. An accurate statement to the fact that notice of the meeting has been provided by filing a notice of the meeting with the town of Boonton Town Hall by posting a notice of the meeting on the bulletin board of the Boonton Housing Authority's Review Department, the administration building, and by the publication of this notice in the Daily Record on January 7, 2022, and in the Citizen of Morris County newspaper on January 19, 2022 for the new calendar year of 2022. So,
We have a visitor, so you have to read the rest of it.
I do, okay. If you wish to speak during the comment period and wait to be recognized by the host. If you are speaking via telephone, unmute your phone when you are called on to speak. The host will unmute you if you are on the Zoom call, and you will be allowed to speak during public comment period of the agenda. Announce yourself when you are speaking with your full name spelled, address, and purpose of your comments. There is a 5-minute limit per individual on public comments unless otherwise extended by the chairperson. Pursuant to the Open Meetings Act and Emergency Remote Meeting Protocol for local public bodies, adequate and electronic notice of this remote Zoom meeting have been provided. So calling meeting to an order at 7:11.
7:11. Okay, just want to make a note that the meeting is provided for any visitors who want to attend the meeting at 125 Chestnut Street in the lobby area. So if they're not on the Zoom, they can still participate as a public participant in the administration building.
Okay. Well, can we get a roll call to see who's there?
Okay, so Commissioner Plaisted is absent. Commissioner Rashid?
Here.
Commissioner Shinman?
Here.
Commissioner Ariama?
Here.
Commissioner Dulce is absent. Commissioner Magnoli? Commissioner Dwayne?
Yeah. Just go with Dwayne. Share, it's easier.
Is there anybody else? Others present, Sherry? You made a note of that?
We got a quorum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Commissioner Magnoli is absent.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. With that, we move on to our first approval of the minutes for the September. And I believe they're in your package there. So may I have a motion to accept approval of the minutes for September?
Motion.
Is that you, Dwayne?
Yeah.
Somebody second that, please.
I'll second it, Millie.
Millie, okay. Any questions? If there are no questions, may we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Plaisted is absent. Commissioner Rashid?
Yes.
Commissioner Magnoli is absent. Commissioner Ariama?
Yes.
Commissioner Dulce is absent. Commissioner Shinman?
Yes.
Commissioner Dwayne?
Yes.
Zadaronsi.
How you say it?
Actually, that was pretty good. That was actually pretty close.
Zadaronsny.
Yeah, there you go.
Zandarosny.
Just sound it out. There's no silent letters or anything. Just sound it out. That's exactly how you say it.
You sound every letter, just like you do with my name, Amjad.
You know how long it took me to figure out how to say your name?
AJ.
Amjad. Okay.
All right. So let's move on to our monthly vouchers and bills. I'm sure you had a look at them. If everything is good, can I get a motion to accept the bills and vouchers for the month of October and September, please?
Yeah, motion.
Okay. Somebody second that?
I'll second it. It's Lynn.
Lynn, okay. Any questions or any bills or anything there? If not, bills are accepted. May we have a motion? May we have a roll call? I'm sorry.
Commissioner Placid is absent. Commissioner Rashid.
Yes.
Commissioner Manjoli is absent. Commissioner Ariama.
Yes.
Commissioner Dulce is absent. Commissioner Shinman
Yes.
and Commissioner Dwayne.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Move on to your report, Sherry, please.
Okay. We still have the personnel policy that needs to be final review by the attorney because we didn't have the portion on there regarding the volunteer or part-time workers. So I guess we're ready to bring that to the table for final approval if our attorney is ready for discussion on that.
You will have it next month for sure, Sherry. I actually I didn't realize that I was only supposed to review the one policy, so I spent a lot of time on the wrong one.
Okay. So we'll table that discussion for next month.
Okay.
Yeah. Has it been circulated yet to the board?
The first part was circulated because it was approved in May.
Okay, so you'll have the other part. I'll be done with it by the end of the week.
Yeah, it's just the volunteer and part-time
Yes.
that I needed to add. Okay, I just want to let you know, holiday seasons are kicking in. Friday is the Najara holiday luncheon in Perth Amboy. December 9th is the New Jersey Narrow holiday luncheon in Woodbridge. If anybody wants to attend, feel free to let me know by tomorrow and I'll get you the confirmation or let them know that you're coming so I can write the checks. December 28th will be our next board meeting. We can discuss if we want to change that date. I think it's okay because it's after the holiday and it's before the New Year. So I'm good with the 28th.
Works for me.
I'm fine with that. I'm actually off that week, so I'm fine with that.
All right. Everybody good with us keeping it on the 28th?
Yes.
Yeah, I won't, Millie, this is Millie. I won't be able to make that meeting.
Oh,
okay. Okay, so Millie can't make it. So I'll make sure that I have a quorum for that meeting. We have a few things we need to finish before the end of the year.
Is this going to be like just a general meeting, or is there going to be actually a holiday or rescheduled meeting at some luncheon place or dinner?
Oh, for us, I was going to put that on the table for discussion if we want to try to do something on the 28th somewhere. It would be nice because we haven't been together.
I do think that it is a time everybody seems to be getting back to normal activities, and if the board has no, if they agree with it, I'm fine with it. If they have no problem with it, it would be nice to have a dinner or something of the sort to sit together.
Yeah,
end of the year.
Been a while. Does anybody object to us planning a holiday board meeting? No objections. All right. So if anybody has any idea, last time we did it together was at Delicia's. I don't know if you want to try to do it there again, but they do have that little room that's off in the back.
Yeah.
The last time we tried to do it at Columbia Inn, it was upstairs.
Yeah.
It was okay, but it was kind of awkward because of how the setup. But I did like their food.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Did anybody have anything negative about Columbia Inn?
I I don't think we had the whole board there. I mean, there's some new people that I don't think everybody went to the Columbia, and we may have some different people on the board at that time.
Yeah, Columbia had problems with some of the people who couldn't get up the steps.
Yeah. I mean, when was the last time you were there? Maybe they may have changed it or something.
Oh, no, the upstairs still the same.
Still the same? Okay.
Yeah, and the table was really a bad setup because it had that pillar in the middle of the...
Yeah.
And we couldn't see each other, and it was straight. You wanted me to try to do Delicia's again? I think it was okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that.
Or we could do that restaurant that's right there in the Walmart Plaza.
Oh, the Fazil?
Yeah.
You did that one year, didn't you? The last time you had a dinner? Yeah.
Yeah. So we can do that one. So we got 2 on the table. Anybody got any other recommendations?
It doesn't matter to me. Either of those 2 places would be all right for me.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
I'm fine with whatever.
I kind of like Fazil's. I like their menu.
The menu is good, and they had how they set up the area for the meeting is quite reasonable also, I think. Yeah. So
I will get with them and see what I can set up. If not, I'll go back to Delicia, but I'll try to work on the Fazil first.
How flexible are we with this during that week? And if other people want to join some other day, do you think we can talk about that? Maybe rescheduling it on a different day in that week?
Well, I was wondering if we wanted to even change the time to daytime instead of nighttime.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can always do a lunch thing.
Yeah.
I think we've done the lunch before there.
Yeah, we have done lunch and everything.
Yeah.
We want me to go for luncheon instead of evening meeting? I think that would be much better.
I think you're right. I think that would be. It wouldn't tie up anybody's evening if they had any plans or anything to do.
Mm-hmm.
Does everybody like available? And Millie, you said you won't be here.
No, I have family coming up, so I won't be able to do it.
Oh.
Any day.
Sherry, what day is the 28th on?
Wednesday. Millie, what date would be good for you?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm off the Monday after Christmas, the day after Christmas.
Oh, well, that puts us into January. December.
No, that's the Monday.
No,
the Monday after
No,
Christmas.
that's
I think that's a holiday.
Yeah.
That's the holiday.
26th is a holiday this year.
Right. But
so all we got is
no, I wouldn't be able to, so I won't, I won't be able to.
What about the 21st?
Before Christmas. The Wednesday before? Yeah. I could do that 21st. But not during the day, unfortunately, because I work.
Yeah. All right. Well.
So, don't worry about it. If you can plan something, a luncheon or whatever for yourselves, go for it.
All right, then I guess we'll leave it at the 28th, and I'll try to schedule something at Basil's, and I'll get back to everybody with my information.
Hey, Sherry, do you think Jim might be able to make it, or you don't know? We'll have to ask him, right?
Yeah, I'll ask.
Yeah, it would be important to have as many people as possible on that day.
Yeah, because that's when we do our reorganization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just one more thing, I don't have it on here, but we're having an FSS graduation on December the 7th. And if anybody can come, I'd appreciate it because the mayor is attending. And we got a letter from Senator Bucco to give to the graduate. And Sheriff Gannon is going to show up as well. So we only have one graduate. She's graduating with a FSS check of $12,000. She's met her goals that she put out, and her goals was to become a nurse. So in the 5 years that she was on the program, and she was a full-time wife and mother, she went to school and she met her goals of moving toward becoming a nurse. So if anybody can come on December 7th, it's at
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock?
Oh.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, okay. Where is it at?
We normally have them right here at the office because we don't have a lot of graduates anymore. It's either one or two. So
Okay.
we've been doing them here in the office.
Okay, so it's just like a little presentation, because I remember you having it in the Riverview Apartments at one time also.
Oh yeah, it's because we had like maybe 3 or 4 graduates, 5 maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we had a big graduation.
Yeah.
But we only have one lady that's on graduation, and
Okay.
so she wants to. We want to get her graduated and give her money for her to move on with her goals.
Okay.
So on December 7th at 3 o'clock. So if anybody can come, I'd appreciate it. I need my assistant with the camera present.
Yeah.
Yes, Kenny already reached out to me. I told him I'll shoot the graduation for you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so that's all I have for my executive report.
Okay.
I don't have any correspondence, and the old business is still the same. We're still waiting. Well, we haven't done anything, but we did have the architect come out and look at the water problem that we're now having again. I don't know, AJ, you might have been here when we went through this before, and we thought we resolved it, but it has not been resolved. So now the water is coming back onto the patios on Chestnut Street. And we're going to have to go. Yeah, it's going to be a big expense, but that's still pending on the list of things to do. Yeah. So the architect guy is actually working with the town planner because we feel that the town has created the problem by when they did work on Main Street. And Dwayne, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but they did work on Main Street and they didn't properly, I guess, cut the road so that the water would run in a different direction. And the way they did their improvements on Main Street, it now runs to an angle to Chestnut Street, and it flows over into the Chestnut Cottage's front yard.
Yeah, well, it's a compound issue. When they paved Main, they where the crosswalk is, they had used to have a small crown in the road where the crosswalk was. That would divert all the West Main water, continue down towards the river on Main Street. However, when they redid Chestnut Street, they graded it so it slopes down onto our property. And there's actually a 10-inch grade difference between the middle of the road and where our sidewalk in. It turns into a small lake out there. Once that fills up, it overflows into our property. That's what's causing the flooding out front.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're going to address that again. So we're working with the town planner and our architect. Okay, and then the drainage problem at Riverview behind the building is still an ongoing issue with the town and the county fighting about who's going to be responsible, because both of them are accountable for the repair in the back of the building. And until those two decide to work together or get together, I still have this drainage problem that's going through the back of the property at Riverview. So I'll just, I'll keep this on here, but it keeps reminding me to follow up with the town, and it keeps me in my face that, these are two major water issues that I need to get resolved one way or other. Okay, my new business is our CMAP submission was submitted on 11/29, which is part of our resolutions for approval tonight. Last year we got 103%. I'm looking for 104% this year.
Nice.
So anyhow, so that was submitted timely. We're in the process of working with Lakeland Bank to set up the ACH availability for landlords to have their checks automatically deposited into their checking accounts, as opposed to sending them checks, because we're getting a lot of complaints about lost checks in the mail and having to rewrite them and cancel them out. So we are going to try to get that in place by January 1st. When our maintenance guy retired, we had to hire a monitoring company to monitor our boiler and, register in the book that has been checked, and stuff that's supposed to be blowed down is being properly blowed down. They have been hired and on board since 2 weeks ago, Monday. They come every Monday to do the major, then they come through the week to do the checks, just to do the weekly checks. We do have one of our new maintenance employees enrolled in the next boiler certification class, which starts January 1 or January 13th. And it's a 6-week class. And his class consists of online class every Wednesday for 6 to 8 weeks. He has to be in the boiler room every day under the supervision of the monitoring company so that he is getting his hours accounted for on hands with the boiler. Mm-hmm. We had to hire out with Mesa. They are the company that comes here on Chestnut Street and does the underground certifications every year because we have underground utilities. Apparently, I don't know what's happening on the state level, but all of a sudden, the state asked me for a document from 25 years ago. And I pride myself in finding this old stuff, but I could not find the boiler maintenance manual. I couldn't even remember seeing it 25 years ago. However, Mesa, we had to hire them to write us a new boiler maintenance policy for up here on Chestnut Street so we can send it to the state. Otherwise, I get fined. I don't remember if it was $500 or $1,000 a day until I produce the manual. So I might get hit with one of the fines for one because the lady was very adamant about wanting it. And she says, well, I don't care if it's 25 years ago, you're responsible for having it. So I said, well, it's just cheaper to get somebody to write us one and give it to them, and we'll keep that on file for the next 25 years. So that if somebody comes and asks 25 years later, it will be here somewhere on the computer, maybe. But anyhow, yeah, so that was a big crisis going on during the month. I already told you about hiring boiling maintenance company for that. We also are planning to open the waiting list February 6th through the 21st of 2023. And this month I will start putting together my RFPs for my lawyer, auditor, fee accountant, and consultants. Hopefully I'll have it done for the meeting of the 28th. If not, it'll definitely be on the agenda for January, the January meeting 2023.
Is that a normal procedure to do the RFPs? RFPs for the lawyer and everything? Is that done every year?
Yeah, I think I'm supposed to do them every year.
Oh.
Which I kind of do.
Yeah, we're a little bit late.
Would you say, Terry?
We're a little bit late. It's a little overdue. That's all.
Yeah. Well, we always do the auditor because I bring that to you. I did the fee accountant this year. That's the first time I did them in a long time. We do the consultant every year, and we haven't done the lawyer in a long time. Terry's just been good to us, and I need to quit taking advantage of his kindness.
Thank you.
So I'm definitely putting that one out first. The auditor.
Okay.
The fee accountant contract technically doesn't end until April, and I can't remember when the consultant contract ends, but it's got a due date on it too that still hasn't expired. But I'm putting them in the newspaper in that order, Terry.
Okay,
Lawyer,
you get
auditor, the accountant, consultant.
Let me know when it's in there.
Okay, I will. Okay, so other than that, that's all I have, and we can go to resolution.
Okay. So we move on to the resolutions. Resolution 2177, CMAP to be submitted.
If you want to do it in a consent agenda, because these are all three kind of standard regulars, we can ask that after we read through them.
Okay. Are we okay with that, with the board?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's fine with that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Sherry, you want to read them before we can go ahead?
Okay, so resolution 2177 is a resolution to submit our CMAP application, our annual CMAP application to HUD, which was due on November 29th. This is the way that they evaluate and calculate our performance in the Section 8 and Housing Choice Voucher Program. And this is an annual evaluation. We do a self-evaluation And then once HUD gets it, they go online and they go through all the programs and apps online to verify if we're doing what we say we're doing, and determine what our rating will be. Resolution 2178 is a resolution to open the waiting list February 6th through the 21st, 2023, which is normal. We'll put that in the paper, we'll advertise, it will be online. And the the applicants can go online for that period of time and put their name on the waiting list. And resolution 2129 is to approve the revised payment standards effective January 1, 2023. Apparently HUD has given us a waiver to approve our payment standards based on 120% of the fair market rent for the calendar year 2023. So in the past, we normally had to submit a letter requesting and justifying why we were doing 120%, but they gave us a waiver for this year, so I'm taking advantage of it. And those are the three resolutions that we have. And that 120% of the fair market rent is very important because the fair market rents here are rising very high, and the tenants are having a really difficult time finding units because our payment standards are low and the rents in the area are getting very high. And so the 120% gives us a little advantage to give them a little more leeway than looking for a place on the program.
Mm-hmm.
And those are my three resolutions.
So may I have a motion to accept all those resolutions, please?
I'll make a motion to accept all resolutions.
Was that Mildred?
Mm-hmm.
And I can second them. Sorry.
Okay, second AJ. And I'll do the roll call.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Placid is absent. Commissioner Rashid?
Yes.
Commissioner Dulce is absent. Commissioner Dulce. Commissioner Ariama?
Yes.
I apologize on this one, Dwayne.
It's not on that. Yeah, Dwayne's not on it. You did that
That's
purposely.
my new name, Mr. Vacant.
I got it right on the front. Commissioner Magnoli is absent. Commissioner Shinman?
Yes.
Commissioner Dwayne Vacant?
Yes.
See, this is what happens when you cut and paste.
New technology.
Yeah.
Okay,
all
so
right.
we move on to the comments. You said there's somebody there. Does anybody have any comments?
Yeah. So resolutions 2177 through 79 are passed. Yes, we do have a visitor. Let me find him.
Yeah, hi, it's me. Can you hear me?
Okay, good. We can hear you. You need to
Hi,
announce
this is
yourself.
Charlie Cradaville.
You announce yourself, spell your name, and we'll give you an opportunity to comment on our agenda or anything that we talked about. And you got 5
great. Thank you, and good evening, commissioners. My name is Charlie Cradaville. I'm the editor of a community news outlet here in New Brunswick called New Brunswick Today. I'll get right to the point. I was calling about one specific vendor for the authorities, Sunbelt Industries. I think it's a consultant or professional service from Mr. John Clark, who is our executive director in New Brunswick. And I just wanted to ask on the record what services he's provided and what the the value of that contract is. How much is he being paid by the BHA?
Well, at this time, being that was not a discussion on our agenda, you can forward that information to me in an email, and I can respond to you through email on that. Because that's not a topic on the agenda.
Oh, forgive me. I thought there was an opportunity to comment on items of general.
The problem is, this is the attorney for the board. It's not a comment. It's a request for information, and we'll be happy to share it with you. But we obviously don't have it at our fingertips.
That's fair. I just was hoping maybe the executive director could speak briefly to the types of work that has been done by this vendor. I know we had a conversation offline, and it was my understanding he was involved in the CMAP project. Maybe I'm confusing two things, but I wanted to ask, what work he has done and what the future holds if he's going to continue, now that that project is done.
Yeah. So why don't you submit that to her and she'll respond to you?
Okay, I certainly can email it. I did take time out of my day to ask here, during the board meeting. So, through you, Chair, could the executive director, please just respond to those basic questions about that vendor?
Okay, so you want to know, well, send me the email and I'll respond to the email.
Okay, I'd be happy to do that. The questions that I had put on the record tonight were just, what work has he done, and is he going to continue?
Well, that depends on if I go out for consultant service and he applies. I can't say that.
Got it. So as far as you're concerned, it's complete. The work is completed. He's done. He's no longer a vendor currently.
If you just, I can't say that he won't ever work with us again. I can't say that because it's a contract that's normally an RFP is put out, and whoever responds timely, and the quotes are received and reviewed and scored, we pick according to the most responsive person who replies to our quotes.
Got it. I guess I was just asking for the current status. I don't think he's on the call tonight. He's not currently working for BHA.
Not as we speak, he's not, but he's, Sherry, is his contract still in effect?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't you take a look at it and provide the information tomorrow or the next day?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I thank you for your responses. I will follow up with you, Madam, via email. And have a good night and a happy holiday.
All right.
Thank you.
Same to you. Are there any other comments? Any other questions by anybody? We're good. If we're good, can we move on to adjournment? May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Is that okay?
Yep.
Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting, please?
I motion.
And I'll second it.
Okay. And the time is
7:41.
okay. Meeting is adjourned at 7:41 p.m.
41.
Thank you guys for coming out.
All right.
Sorry.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.